Hey guys, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today, I have made some changes to my microphone to make myself a little bit louder. And today is going to be a little chill flight here from Boston to Toronto. Here in the WestJet livery, in the WestJet aircraft here. The iPad doesn't exist in this variant, which makes me extremely sad. Like, actually super sad. Aww. Man. How did I not check that like 5 minutes ago? Whatever. We'll live. We'll go ahead, open up the Navigraph chart, which is basically just the same thing. Like, it doesn't really matter, you know. We'll let it lag the flight simulator for a while. And once it's done, let's go ahead, import our flight from SimBrief, and we can just go ahead and get started. Click on here. 11:05. Wait a minute, that's not the current weather. We gotta go update that. That's not the right flight. We want this one. We need to change the time. Use current time, yes. And let's go ahead and generate that again, and we'll import it again. Let's actually just it's pretty much the same, but we're gonna click on it anyway. We are in Boston. The weather is questionable. It's very laggy, but not looking like the world's best weather, but we will see. Also, holy crap, the Navigraph charts lag the game so much. It does suck that the iPad is missing here, but we'll live without it. So let's go ahead and get the aircraft started up using the checklist that is somewhere in here. Where did it go? That's a good question. Is it over here? Is this one? No. Oh, here it is. Why? I don't know why it's over there, but anyway, let's go ahead and get this plane started up. Starting with the battery, go ahead and get parking brake set. Go ahead and bring up the standby power. Wow, this plane is missing so much. Not even a HUD or an iPad. Wow. Never flying in the WestJet livery ever again. Standby power is over here somewhere. Bam, bam. Standby power is on. Ground services, go ahead and get the ground power. We'll get the ground power connected. Go ahead. We can turn on the window heat and start to align both IRSs and turn on ground power now as well. Ground power good. Emergency exit lights are armed. Go ahead and turn on both the seatbelt sign and the no smoking sign. Now we can go down to the FMC menu. FMC. Copy and paste that. Go to our route. Origin KBOS Boston. Arrival CCYZ Toronto. Runway departure I believe is 22 left. Go ahead and double check that. Click View SimBrief OFP. Scroll down here. 22 right. My mistake. 22 right for our departure. Arrival did not get put in, so it's I think CYYZ. It might have put in CCYZ. There we go. That is just pretty much just our data in. Let's go ahead to our departure from Boston. Is going to be the Highland 6 departure for runway 22 right with no transition. It's just going to be a transition of Highland, I believe. Arrival into Toronto is going to be the Ling 3 departure for runway 24 left. Going to get ILS for 24 left and Ling 3 transition of Wozy. Go ahead and put that in. I will also actually go in here into this flight plan, and I will add the arrival in here for runway 24 left. It's going to be the ILS transition. We're just going to do a transition of final. We can actually zoom in and see. There's 24 left. Where's the ILS at? ILS 24 left final. Oh, Cetra. Actually, I think we might do a transition of Cetra today. Let's go ahead and click add, and we'll also add that to our route here, transition of Cetra. And that looks good to me. So that's what we're going to actually have for our flight plan in and out. So in between those, we will have, let's see, in between Highland and Hosey, we will have CAM. That's direct, C-A-M. Cambridge, definitely going to be Cambridge, right? That makes most sense for it to be. Ooh, actually, which one is it going to be? Wow, I want to say. I'm going to click on that. Let's see exactly what that does to our flight plan. Oh, that's probably fine, right? Yeah, we're good. Is there a little weird? Oh yeah, that's fine. So that is correct. And then between Hosey or Cam, we have Gonz. So Gonzz. We're gonna add an airway there in a second, and then we just have direct Wozy. Right after that, we'll go into the legs. Actually no, it's the route next page, and then to Gonz. We use the Q822 airway. Q822. To Gonz, and that is our route in and good. Press exec, we'll go into our arrival. Actually no, we do have this weird vector. We'll be going straight to Cetra. That will fix that. Let's go ahead and switch over to the plan. Zoom in a little bit. So you can see our arrival is going to look something like that. That looks perfectly fine to me. So that is it for our route. Let's quickly do our little some of our fuel planning. So takeoff fuel, block fuel actually at Boston is going to be, well, let's say 15,000 is a good way to round it up. So we'll go into the menu here, into the actions, go to fuel, and we'll set our fuel to 14824. 824, and there's our fuel set. No fuel in the center tank, which is perfectly fine. That looks good. What does it say our payload is for today? I'm not even sure if it plans that, but we'll see. No, doesn't say. We should be fine though, because weight really doesn't have much of a difference. Plus, like, you still have a ton of extra fuel anyway. We'll live. I know, I'm just kind of freaked. I don't know why I'm being so, like, paranoid. Like, we're fine. We're fine. Anyway, we are good there. So, route is good. Init ref can go ahead and be set now. 0 fuel weight. Cost index for today is going to be 6767. Reserves 1. Cruising altitude is 40,000 feet. I mean, we can try and reach 40,000 if we want to do that. Really freaking close to our maximum service ceiling. This doesn't feel like a flight where we cruise to 40,000 feet, but you do you, Simbrief. Actually, let me just double check my mic isn't, like, too loud. Nah, it's fine. Okay. Just turn it down if it's too loud. It's pretty straightforward. Takeoff, flaps. Since you don't have the iPad, you can't really calculate it. But 22 right, how long is runway 22 right actually in Boston? We can go ahead and check that. It should be, I think it's the longer runway. 22 right is actually 7,000 feet long. I think we can get away with a flaps 15, but just to be safe, I'll use flaps 25. Center of gravity, copy and paste that in 117, 118, 126 for RV rotate speed. Let's actually try and see if we can get weather in here. I'm not sure. I haven't really had any luck with that. Yeah, I really haven't, what runway slope? Does it say what, the actual runway slope is? I don't think it does, no. Yeah, no. Doesn't say. So, we're good. Yeah, we're not gonna put in that. Is it raining? It's not raining, it's just we have a couple clouds. Looks like that storm is kind of moving away. So we'll be fine. Elevator trim will set to whatever this wants, which is 5.03. Yep, 03. As we get that set, once we're done, we can go ahead and get our APU started. We'll make sure to use one fuel pump on the left side, one on the right, to not have a little fuel imbalance, because usually that seems to be what happens. So let's go ahead and we'll turn on the left and right forward fuel pumps. And we'll go ahead and start the APU. Wait for the EGT to rise. Holy crap, this is such a different... Look at this. Hold on. There's only 2 landing lights. There's 2 fixed landing lights. There's no retractable extended lights like there is usually. So, I guess each livery is just very, very different. Now, in terms of the actual pushback announcements, let's go check those, because I'm not sure if we have those for WestJet. I'll check. If we do, that's great. If we don't, that sucks. No, we do not. I don't think WestJet, has a whole safety video. I can double check, though. WestJet safety video. Oh, is there actually a... Hold on. Did you guys hear that? No. Nope. Well, actually... Yeah, there's not. We're all good, though. There is one for the 787. We could try that. Actually. No, we're using this. We're using this WestJet safety video. Not only does it have... It's like half French. So why wouldn't I use it? It's cool. It's French. I don't think that shouldn't offend anybody, right? Anyway, let's see. APU is started. We can go ahead and turn on those APU generators. Go ahead and turn on that, and I'll actually see if I can get the, let's see, try and turn that down a little bit. Let's see if this actually works. I have to switch this over. Sorry, just taking me a second.
Veuillez porter attention
There
à
we
cette
go.
vidéo qui présente les mesures de sécurité concernant cet avion.
For everyone's safety,
That might be good,
all
right?
carry-on baggage, including laptops, should now be stowed in an overhead bin or under the seat in front of you.
That works. We're gonna go ahead and use that today. It might say 787 or something like that, but really it's just this. Yeah, I mean that's what they use. That's used in the 787s that they have. Because I don't think the 737s they use have screens. Otherwise, we would probably have a safety, an actual safety video announcement type thing. Anyway, APU is good. APU generators are good. Let's go ahead and get ground power released in the ground services menu. Selections, ground services. Let's go ahead and release ground power. As we do that, let's go up to the top here, turn off the ground power switch, and we'll turn on the rest of our fuel pumps. Electric hydraulic pumps. Let's go ahead and turn both of those on. We'll request IFR clearance once we actually will have to, I believe, switch this over. Here, do we have to import this? I believe we do. Export Lotus active. So now that we have that in, let's go ahead. We'll request IFR clearance from Boston. We'll see what they give us here. 12,000 is where we're climbing to. Takeoff runway 15 right instead. Oh, let's go ahead and turn off that. We might have to change our departure actually. We were originally cleared via the Highland 6. Oh, Highland 6 is still available for run 5 right. So go ahead and execute that. Go ahead back into here and double check. So of course from Highland we go straight to cam. Alright, that looks all good to me. 15 right. Let's go ahead and actually double check our takeoff speeds and quickly go back to the charts here for 15 right, because I'm not exactly sure what to, let's see, 15 right, what side is that? Oh, actually, it's a decently long runway. You might be able to actually get away with flaps 15. Let's go ahead back to our init ref. We'll go ahead, take off, and we'll use flaps 15 instead of 25. Slightly higher if we rotate speed, but we're fine. So we're clear to 12,000 feet. Course for runway 15 right is probably going to be 150 actually on the dot. 150 degrees. Go ahead and set that as well on this side. With 150 degrees set, we are all good to go. We can just go ahead, actually, not all good to go. Let's go ahead and set this to our V2 speed of 128, but usually the auto throttle doesn't like to, whatever. We'll see. Actually, no, I'll just keep it at 180. So that's good in terms of the autopilot panel. We can now go down here, switch over our transponder mode. Transponder mode is switched. With that done, what else do we have? We have minimums, which we will see what they are actually in Toronto. Usually they seem to be 200. Let's see, what is HIALS? That's kind of concerning that I don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm not good with international flying. We're gonna go ahead and set them to 250 because why not? 250. Let's go and switch that over to radio. Actually, should I be setting them in both? Like, if I set them here as 250, do I have to set them in barometer too? I'll set that to 747 feet as well. Actually, no, 797 for barometer. And then I'll switch over to radio because I like that more. I don't know. Maybe it's something you do for, like, redundancy. Probably not, but why not? 797 feet. Switch back over to radio, though. Minimums are set. Doors are already closed. They should be anyway. Go ahead down here, double check our parking brake is on. We can go ahead and remove the wheel chocks. Wheel chocks are removed. Taxi lights on. Runway turn-off lights, we'll keep those off for now. Anti-collision lights on, right there. And we can start our pushback. Now, let's try and let's go back to the map here. Hide. Focus on us, please. So we are at Terminal A, and the only way we're going to be able to actually leave Terminal A is tail face north. So let's go ahead and set that up in our pushback toolbar here. Move that to the right a little bit. Pre-plan pushback. That's going to be a left turn, or like tail going to move to the left. and we'll see how that's gonna work. So what we'll try and do is maybe do something like this. They'll push us back kind of parallel to it here, and then they'll turn us onto it here, and then they'll just kind of push us back down it a little more, and then we'll end pushback right there. I will try, the safety video actually is about 7 minutes long, so I will try and maybe, I'll try and play the whole thing. I might have to be a little bit more quiet for most of it as we taxi out, because I might just wait, but we'll see. Anyway, let's go ahead, request pushback, and I'll start the safety video right now.
Cockpit to ground. This is ground.
Hey.
Stand by.
I don't know why it paused. Hey, what?
Welcome on board.
Great, I'll try this one more time. There we go. Should be working for
Welcome
you
on board
guys.
WestJet.
Bienvenue à bord de WestJet.
We would appreciate your attention during this safety video, as it outlines the safety features
Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I'm gonna mute myself and let it play.
Closed and all ground equipment is removed.
for this aircraft.
Veuillez porter attention à cette vidéo qui présente les mesures de sécurité concernant cet avion.
For everyone's safety, all carry-on baggage, including laptops, should now be stowed in an overhead bin or under the seat in front of you.
Pour assurer la sécurité de tous, veuillez ranger tous vos articles de cabine, y compris les ordinateurs portables, sous le siège devant vous ou dans un compartiment supérieur.
In preparation for takeoff, ensure your seat is upright and your tray table is stowed.
En préparation du décollage, veuillez redresser votre siège et votre tablette. La cabine est munie de voyants concernant les ceintures et l'interdiction de fumer.
Seatbelt and no smoking signs are visible throughout the cabin.
Veuillez vous conformer en tout temps aux voyants ainsi qu'aux consignes des membres de l'équipage.
Please comply with them at all times, along with crew member instructions.
Il est interdit de fumer, d'utiliser des cigarettes électroniques ou des vapoteuses et de consommer vos propres boissons alcoolisées, y compris celles achetées aux boutiques hors taxes.
Smoking, including e-cigarettes, vaporizers, and consuming your own alcohol, including duty-free, is prohibited. For your safety, you must wear your seatbelt when the seatbelt sign is on.
Pour votre sécurité, gardez votre ceinture bouclée lorsque le voyant est allumé.
We recommend wearing your seatbelt at all times, as turbulence may occur without warning.
Nous vous recommandons de garder votre ceinture bouclée en tout temps car des turbulences peuvent se produire sans avertissement. Bouclez votre ceinture en ajustant la courroie à vos hanches.
Fasten your seatbelt and adjust it low and tight across your hips. If seated in business, your shoulder harness must be worn for takeoff and landing.
Si vous êtes assis en cabine affaires, le harnais de sécurité de votre ceinture doit être porté lors du décollage et de l'atterrissage. Pour détacher votre ceinture, soulevez la boucle ou appuyez sur le bouton de détachement.
To release your seatbelt, lift the top of the buckle or press the release button. There are 8 exits, 4 exits located on each side of the aircraft.
Il y a 8 sorties, soit 4 de chaque côté de l'avion.
During an emergency, floor lighting will guide you to the exits.
S'il y a une urgence, l'éclairage de plancher vous guidera vers les sorties.
All exits are equipped with evacuation slides to use in an emergency.
Toutes les sorties sont équipées de glissières d'évacuation à utiliser en cas d'urgence.
When directed to exit, jump, slide, and move away from the aircraft.
Lorsque vous recevez la directive d'évacuation, sautez, glissez et éloignez-vous de l'avion.
All slides can also be used as rafts.
Toutes les glissières d'évacuation peuvent aussi servir de radeau.
Please note that exit signs on this aircraft utilize this green symbol to identify the exits. This green symbol with arrows indicates the direction to the exit.
Veuillez noter que les enseignes de sortie dans cet avion sont marquées par un symbole vert. Le symbole vert avec les flèches montre la voie vers la sortie.
Locate the exits nearest you using these green symbols.
Repérez la sortie la plus près de vous à l'aide de ces symboles verts.
The nearest exit may be behind you.
La sortie la plus près peut être derrière vous. Ne prenez aucun bagage avec vous en cas d'évacuation et suivez les directives de l'équipage.
Do not take any carry-on baggage with you during an evacuation and follow the directions of the crew. In the event of an emergency, you will hear a command to brace.
En cas d'urgence, vous entendrez une commande vous demandant de prendre votre position de protection.
Refer to your safety features card in your seat pocket for your brace position.
Consultez votre carte des mesures de sécurité située dans la pochette devant vous pour connaître votre position de protection.
If the cabin pressure changes, an oxygen mask will fall from the panel above you.
Si la pression de la cabine venait à changer, un masque à oxygène tombera du panneau au-dessus de vous.
Remain seated. Pull the mask or the red flag to bring the mask toward you.
Restez assis, tirez sur un masque ou le drapeau rouge pour prendre votre masque.
Place the mask over your nose and mouth and secure the strap behind your head. Breathe normally.
Placez-le sur votre nez et votre bouche, passez la bande élastique derrière votre tête et respirez normalement.
Secure your oxygen mask before helping others.
Mettez votre masque en premier avant d'aider les autres.
If there is an emergency landing on water, retrieve your life vest located under your seat or beside your leg rest.
En cas d'atterrissage d'urgence sur un plan d'eau, récupérez votre gilet de sauvetage situé sous votre siège ou dans la console à côté de votre repose-jambe.
Remove the red harness if required.
Enlevez la courroie rouge si nécessaire.
Open the pouch, remove the life vest, and put it on.
Retirez le gilet de la pochette et enfilez-le.
Fasten the strap around your waist and tighten.
Passez la lanière autour de votre taille et serrez-la.
Pulling the red tab will inflate the life vest. You can also inflate it by blowing into the tube.
Tirez sur la lanière rouge pour gonfler le gilet. Vous pouvez aussi le gonfler en soufflant dans le tube.
Your life vest must only be inflated as you leave the aircraft.
Ne gonflez votre gilet qu'au moment de quitter l'avion.
As a reminder, personal electronic devices must remain in airplane mode for the duration of the flight.
À titre de rappel, les appareils électroniques doivent demeurer en mode avion pour la durée du vol. Si votre appareil électronique reste coincé dans votre siège, n'essayez pas de le récupérer ou d'ajuster votre siège. Demandez immédiatement l'aide d'un membre de l'équipage de cabine.
If your electronic device becomes stuck within the seat, do not adjust the seat or try to retrieve it. Call your cabin crew immediately for assistance. An illustrated safety card can be found in your seat pocket and explains the safety features of this aircraft. Please take a moment to review.
Une carte illustrée des mesures de sécurité de cet avion se trouve dans la pochette devant vous. Veuillez prendre le temps de la consulter. Afin d'éviter de vous blesser ou de blesser les autres, faites attention en récupérant vos bagages dans les compartiments supérieurs.
Always use care when retrieving carry-on baggage to avoid injury to yourself or other guests. Please note that exit signs on this aircraft utilize this green symbol to identify the exits. This green symbol with arrows indicates the direction to the exit.
Veuillez noter que les enseignes de sortie dans cet avion sont marquées par un symbole vert. Le symbole vert avec les flèches montre la voie vers la sortie.
Locate the exits nearest you using these green symbols.
Repérez ce symbole pour connaître la sortie la plus près de votre siège.
The nearest exit may be behind you.
La sortie la plus près peut être derrière vous.
Please let us know if you need any assistance or have any safety concerns.
N'hésitez pas à communiquer avec nous si vous avez besoin d'aide ou avez des préoccupations liées à la sécurité.
Thank you for choosing WestJet. Sit back, relax, and enjoy your flight.
Merci d'avoir choisi WestJet. Asseyez-vous confortablement et bon vol.
Wow, that took quite a bit. All right. Sorry for the little issues there with having it all figured out. You know, it's taken forever. But we are taxiing now. We are taxiing to runway 15 right. I'm not sure if this is a bug, but I'm hoping the developers will see this and do something about it. If you look at our taxi clearance, we were cleared via Kilo, Echo 1, Echo, Alpha, Zulu, Bravo, Lima. We read back Kilo, Echo, Alpha, Zulu, Bravo, Lima, entirely skipping Echo 1. And also, after we made that mistake, we said cross runway 15 right, then Kilo. And that is nowhere on the entire taxi route. And they said, they didn't even say anything, they just didn't answer. I'm pretty sure they said read back correct. But like, You know, like, go on. Either way, taxiing now. Let's go ahead and try and get some of our taxi checklists done. We are gonna have to try and not get too distracted here with getting the flight directors on. Got a nice little straight ahead of us that will give us some time to kind of finish that checklist up, which is... There we go. Just getting the flight directors on and getting some flaps out. Let's go ahead and bring out 1 flap, 2 flap. I don't know why I'm saying 2 flap, but 2 degrees of flaps. Also bring out, we can bring out flaps 5, why not? We did get anti-ice and all that on just to not really forget. We're not missing much right now. Let's see. Let's see, flaps. We can probably bring in flaps 10 if we wanted to, just to kind of speed things up. You bring those out. There's not really much more we can do other than like turn on our runway turn off lights and landing lights just to kind of get ready as we reach our holding point, which is right here. Let's go ahead and bring in a little bit of right brakes and stop. Well, we will request takeoff clearance in a second here. We're going to go ahead, probably arm speed brakes, right? Whatever. Well, actually no, I'll just do it manually. Landing lights on, runway turn off lights on, auto throttle arm, VNAV on. VNAV is on. Parking brake. Alright, we are all good, except flaps are at 10. Moving them to 15, now we'll go ahead and try taxi onto the runway. Acknowledge that takeoff clearance. I'm going to do a little bit of a rolling takeoff here once we get ourselves lined up and confirm we're on the correct runway, which we are, heading 150. Going to bring up the throttle here and let's get moving. 80 knots. Pull back now. Positive rate. Landing gear is coming up. I think I'm gonna hand fly this for a little bit, trying to see if we can get auto throttle to kick in though. Which so far it hasn't, but it looks like it might be soon. We'll acknowledge that handoff here as we try and Alright, there we go. We'll tune Boston departure now. Contact them. Bring 1 more level of flaps up. We had an FMC thing very quick, but we're all good. Gonna make a left-hand turn here. Altimeter confirmed. Should be 30.11. Auto throttle. Come on, man. Doesn't need me to pitch down a little bit. Pitch down here to make that left turn. Auto throttle should start helping us out. We're at flaps 5 speed, which is where we're gonna bring our flaps to. Flaps 5. Got a little bit of trim up, but we're all good. Let our speed get up, make a right hand turn here to follow this, and once we hit TASKT is where I will turn on autopilot here. Just kind of hand flying it for now. Definitely not well, but good enough. I will try and zoom out on the map. This is very risky, but I am going to do it. There we go, we did it. And let's bring flaps up to 2. Probably bring them up to 1 here in a minute. And here we are at TASKT. Turn on LNAV, turn on autopilot A. Autopilot A, come on. There we go. Autopilot is good. We'll go ahead, bring our flaps up, and we'll increase our speed. Come on, speed. Turn on VNAV, actually. Turn up our speed here to 245 knots. Looks like that's going well. Bring flaps all the way up now. As we do that, let's go ahead, double check everything. We can turn auto brake off. Landing lights not until we reach 10,000. That is weird. We didn't get, apparently we need to get another clearance. We'll try that again. See exactly what's gonna happen here. Yeah, squawk 0146. I think we already have 0146 in here. Yeah. We'll acknowledge that. We're cleared as filed. Looking like pretty decent weather. Actually, no, not really. Quite a bit of clouds outside. I am not descending to 8,000 feet. You shut up. Nope. N-O-P-E. Almost said N-O-F-E. Like, okay. I'm sorry, I'm not descending. Do you know what I think about that stupid clearance? I'm gonna increase. I thought of that too, I guess. Fine. Acknowledge handoff. Then I'll just ask the other guy to give me a little bit of a higher altitude. Holy crap. We did not really do a good job of hand flying that out. We're all over the place. Anyway, are we gonna be flying directly into that storm cloud? Pretty sure most of the storm is that way, so we should be good. Altimeter is now 30.09, and we're not gonna do that. Let's increase by another 10,000. And hopefully they give that to us. Holy crap, why are we at 341 knots? What? The auto throttle is absolutely lost its mind. Let's bump that up again to like 275 something. Also increase our altitude to 18,000 feet. And bump our speed up to 295 knots because apparently we're just there. Not sure how we even got that fast. Auto throttle just kind of had a stroke and decided it would make us climb that high. Anyway, landing lights and runway turn-off lights and taxi lights can come off through 10,000. Not to 18,000 feet yet. We'll also request another increase by 10,000.
Boston Center WestJet 1755. Request flight level 280.
WestJet 1755 climb and maintain flight level 180. Expect flight level 280.
We'll acknowledge that. Climbing to 18,000 feet. Let's go ahead and we'll probably just run our approach ref stuff. How long is runway 24 left actually? In Toronto, 24 left is 9,000 feet long. I'm gonna go flaps 30, and there's, yeah, flaps 30 seems like a good decision. Gonna be 135 ref speed. Auto brake, we can probably just do 2. Seatbelt sign, don't change that yet. We will wait until we get there. But in the meantime, we can actually look at how Toronto Airport is structured. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runways. We got 2, 3, no 5, 11,000, 11,000, 9,000, 9,000, 9,000. So all pretty long runways. So we're landing 24 right, which is 9,697 feet long, and then 24 left is not as long of a runway. That's pretty much 10,000. Oh wait, why is 24? Are we landing 24 left instead? Oh, apparently we are. 24 left is what we're expecting. It might be entirely different depending on what we get from the Toronto controller. That's so weird. Didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do that.
Climb and maintain flight level 260 WestJet 1755.
Oh, I was just kind of messing with the joystick. Kind of 260. I think we already had requested a climb up to 28,000, and our cruising altitude is supposed to be 40,000. So let's go ahead and increase again.
Center WestJet 1755. Request flight level 380.
WestJet 1755 climb and maintain flight level 260. Expect flight level
And then we'll go ahead and request another increase of 2,000 feet.
Climb and maintain flight level 260.
We'll go ahead and switch over to standard altimeter now
755.
through 18,000, and we'll request another increase of 2,000 feet.
Boston Center WestJet 1755. Request flight level 400.
Westjet.com, yeah.
WestJet 1755 climb and maintain flight level
They're probably so annoyed. They're like, request 380, request 390, request 400, and now they're just like, shut up, please.
Expect flight level 400 WestJet 1755.
Let's see, we're flying through some clouds. I don't think weather's really gonna be an issue. Let's see. What's the Highland 6 departure? Highland 6, we're almost to Highland actually. So we departed 15 right, which is this one here, and then we went to TASKT and followed that. Instead of actually, we were supposed to depart to 2 left, which would have taken us this way, and we would have gone to TJ and then TASKT, I believe. But instead, we actually just went straight to TASKT and to boat here, Marb, and then straight to Highland, which we're actually at now, which means we are officially done with our departure, and we are now Yep. Let's see. Acknowledge that arrival.
Decimal tree 25 for WestJet 1755.
We're gonna be at Rosen, or no, I mean at Wozy, Iston, Lokpu, Lang, Seedab, and then Digro Seagod. And then I think we're actually doing the left turn here up to Leirin. Actually, no, that's not right. That is 05. So we actually had a right turn for whatever runway we're landing on instead, which I think is interesting, but okay. Tune Boston Center, contact Boston Center.
Center WestJet 1755 is at flight level 245, climbing flight level 260.
So just try and gradually increase our actual cleared to altitude, just hoping that they will give us our cruising altitude and I won't have to stop. Come on. Work, please. Work, 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 work. There we go. We are cleared to 380. We'll go ahead and acknowledge that.
Maintain flight level 380 WestJet 1755.
Switching between controllers over and over again. Actually, this is probably our arrival, right? Because this is, wait. No, wait a minute. No, that's Wozy Ling. And then, oh no, that's for the that's like for the 1.5s. The runway that we're landing on is taking the, yeah, right, Verco, Merid, Dekni, Dunal, and then just to join the ILS for that runway right there. Switching over to Boston Center again.
1755 is passing flight level 280, climbing flight level 380.
Climbing again. Double check that our wing anti-ice is on, because it always like to switches off for the most random reasons, the most random times. Still climbing though, currently. What if I just went full right rudder? Autopilot doesn't even disconnect. That's surprising. It just keeps on flying like nothing happened. The only thing I would think would happen to be it'd show up on here, right? That little, oh, it did. You can see it. That light little diversion. Anyway, you can actually see our whole flight path. We diverted, not really diverted, circled back around Boston, and we are now over Manchester. Yeah. Over Manchester now. Actually, not over Manchester. Over, New Hampshire. Sorry for fiddling around with the map, but go ahead and switch that back. Go ahead, make sure still recording, mic's going, audio's going, everything's going well. Currently at 30,000 feet, climbing up to 40,000 feet. Try and maybe increase our speed here to actually Mach 0.75. We'll see what happens when you get to 40,000. We can try to go to 41,000 feet if we wanted to. Do you guys want to try that? Don't care, didn't ask. You guys can't give me an answer. So let's go to 41,000 feet. And I'll go ahead and set that in the MCP. FMC. Performance. Acknowledge that. 41,000 feet. Oh, wait, what? Max altitude, flight level 407. What's the difference in between, like, 300 feet, really? What's the difference? Like, come on, man. Don't gotta spoil my day like that. Hey, I think technically we're allowed to go to 41,000 feet, so do not care what you say. We will go as high as we want. Yeah. So, still climbing now to, flight level 380. I have it set to 385 just so we don't have to stop and figure it out. They'll probably give us a clearance right as we reach 38,000, and then I can just ramp it up before it switches into altitude hold mode. So, looks pretty cool. You can actually see the moon there. Should I get a photo of that? Because it just kind of looks cool, like on the very edge of the wingtip, just like bouncing it. I'm gonna try that. Sorry, but it's a really good shot. I kind of have to. Did I just open up, like... Oh, and it's just hard. I have to get it at the right time. I can't even see where the moon is at. It looks so... It's pretty good. Might have gotten one good shot. I'll go back into the cockpit for you guys and open up the ATC panel. Not missing anything. Climbing to 38,000. We're expecting a clearance up to flight level 410, and the whole thing is like, well, you can't. You're only supposed to go to 40,700 feet. But I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna do it. Anyways, yeah. Let's double check. We're only getting audio from those two. Alright. Really just kind of chill. I might just kind of go mute for a little bit, watch some YouTube, and kind of handle this all the way up to 41,000. Then I'll throw a little party, turn on some music. Yeah. That's what we're gonna do when we reach 41,000 feet. But for now, we're at 35,000, climbing pretty slowly, but we'll get there eventually. So, yep. See you later.
WestJet 1755 climb and maintain flight level 410.
Climb and maintain flight level 410 WestJet 1755.
Alright, we're gonna try and time this perfectly, alright guys? Let's try this. This is gonna be really hard to do, but we'll see. And I'm gonna have to reset it. There's no way. Just slow down a lot. That's pretty close. We'll take it. 41,000 feet. Yeah. I'm turning all the way up now. Headphone warning. Might be a little loud. Yeah. You know what? Listen. That was probably super lame. But for me, it sounded pretty darn cool, so we're gonna take it. 41,000 feet. Now let's try and not stall. Let's see if we can actually get this thing to go as fast as it can. Mach 0.81. We'll see. We might be able to gain some speed in this thing, but we are pushing it like where we're supposed to be at we're supposed to be at flight level 407. We're at 410, so we're about 300 feet above where we're supposed to be, but like it doesn't really matter, right? We're gaining speed, so yeah. So we're gonna ignore that kind of lame celebration, and we are just going to enjoy cruise and hope that we can actually reach Mach 0.81, because we're kind of heavy. We're also kind of slow, but we'll see. We probably won't stall out, which is I'm gonna let the AI handle this while I figure out a nice camera view to put you guys in.
Going to 121 decimal tree, 5 west jet 1755.
Ooh, actually,
Center west jet
we gotta decide which one, oh wait, no, you definitely want to be on the left side for this whole yeah, this is the view you want to be in. Go ahead and close, we'll close the ATC window. Actually, no, we'll keep it open just in case. Actually, no, I'll close it. Why not? So, thank you for flying WestJet to, a place that exists. Yeah. Pretty much it. We are at 41,000 feet, or 40,402 feet. Somehow we're keeping airspeed, which kind of shocks me, but we will live. Yeah, so I'm gonna go mute and just kind of chill and wait for them to give us a descent clearance, which shouldn't be happening for a while, but we'll see. Anyways, see ya.
333.25 for WestJet 1755. Boston Center WestJet 1755, flight level 410.
WestJet 1755 Boston Center. Continue to Bobby as planned.
127 decimal for 75 WestJet 1755. Cleveland Center WestJet 1755, flight level 410.
WestJet 1755 Cleveland Center. Continue to Longview as planned.
125.875 WestJet 1755. Cleveland Center WestJet 1755, flight level 410.
WestJet 1755 Cleveland Center. Continue to Mach as planned.
It's time for descending. We actually did manage to keep good speed, but we are cleared to descend to, let's see, what altitude are we cleared to? We are cleared to 340. So let's go ahead and do that. Level change. Bring out some spoilers and start our descent to flight level 340. So currently, we aren't actually in Canada yet, but I do have a lovely little surprise for us when we do get over there. You know, because I'm bored, we're gonna do it. Even though it's like a Canadian plane, so it doesn't make sense to do this, but once we get there, I'll go ahead and set that up. Might be a little loud. No, we're fine. Okay. So we are currently descending at a nice rate here. I'm gonna try and bring our speed back even more. Descending at a nice rate though. Currently actually pretty much on just a good glide slope here. So they did actually give us a good descent clearance on time as well. Top descent was behind us. And now we are on our way over to Woolsey, which is in about 24 nautical miles. Still not over Canada just yet. I mean, to be fair, Toronto is really, really close to New York in terms of like actual distance. You might even be able to see it on the map actually. And we are still not even. Oh yeah, you actually can see Toronto there on the map. Coming in now, 81% of the way through our flight. I did not turn the seatbelt sign off on our departure there because on our cruise, because I just didn't for some reason. We have about 8,000 pounds of fuel left here. Let's see what our estimated fuel at arrival is. 7.2, so really not that big of a difference. Approaching flight level 340. And we are currently over, where are we over? Just for New York. We are coming up on Niagara Falls off to our right side. It is pretty cloudy. We might not be able to actually see it. But it is there. You can see a little bit, but really not much. It is pretty cloudy. And I do have live weather turned on. But here we are coming up on 34,000 feet. We'll see if they give us a clearance to descend to next. I would assume it's probably something weird. I mean weird, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. Anyway, it's probably gonna be like 26,000 or something like that. Just a guess though. As we approach 34,000 feet. Let's go ahead and just quickly double check our init ref. Now it's saying 132 for reference speed. Init ref, we got that. Auto brake set to 2. Seatbelt sign doesn't matter. Alright, we are all good. And we really just kind of have a little bit of relaxing time, but we are almost into Canada, and I did tell you guys about my lovely little surprise that I have for us. It's really, I'm overhyping it. It's really not much. Not even a surprise. You guys probably already know what it is. If you don't, then yeah, it's fine. Here we are though at 34,000 feet. Haven't gotten a clearance to descend any further. Just kind of sitting here. I wonder which one I like best.
WestJet 1755 descend and maintain flight level 240.
Clear to 240.
Zero WestJet 755.
So it was a little off, but let's go ahead and descend now anyway.
1755. Contact Cleveland.
Bring our spoilers up, and then we will try and get a descent down. 24,000. Spoilers out. We'll let our speed drop here to Mach point. Actually, Mach point 7 will work for us.
Flight level 340, descending flight level 240.
WestJet 1755 Cleveland Center. Continue to log code.
And are we in Canada yet? No, we are very close though. Time to get ready. I'm gonna bring up the audio there, and we'll see what happens. Making a slight turn at, I'm assuming it's Wozy. And airport should be ahead of us. You can't really see it though. Here we are though, almost into Canada. We're gonna be flying directly over Niagara Falls, but of course can't see anything. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna zoom in on the map so we can make sure exactly when we get into Canada land. We might actually be going in and then out and then back in. But I do wish we could see what it looks like below us, but you just really can't. 'Cause too many clouds. Alright. Oh, it's sending to, oh wait, it's 26, not 2, oh no, 240 is where we were cleared to. Oh wow, we were descending at 5,000 feet per minute, holy crap. Oh, probably because the Mach changed. Let's go ahead and actually switch out of that. And almost into Canada. Just the second we cross, even if we end up going outside for a little bit, I'm still gonna let it play. Alright. Stupid little... wait, nope. Actually, nope. That's the Niagara River. That is not the Canadian border. Give it a minute. Alright, come on. We're so close. Why can't we just be there? Ah. We are close though. Alright, let's see. I feel like we're going so slow. Look at this. So close yet so far. Alright, come on, come on. Almost there, almost there. So close. Shut up, no, we're almost in Canada. Nope. I didn't mean to press that. Come on, man. Oh, crap. Let's disable that. Alright, almost there. For real this time. 5. No, 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Canada! I'm American, I don't know these lyrics. Ha ha ha, now your ears are bleeding because of how terrible my singing was. Let's go. You know, at this point, I'm not even doing these to like learn more or just to actually like just kind of experience flight. I'm just doing this to kind of troll you guys and just enjoy myself. Gonna go ahead and bring the speed brakes back up very quick, so hopefully we can maintain the speed without those. Currently at 24,000. They haven't given us another clearance until now. We're apparently 10,000 feet above where we're supposed to be. So now they're giving us a clearance to descend. We'll go ahead. put spoilers out and we will drop our speed to 265 knots. Actually, we'll just go for 275. Let the plane descend a little bit quicker to reach that speed. 4,000 feet per minute, quick. Even quicker, actually. 4,500, 4,600. Dang. Got the sun and the moon right in front of us. I'm not sure what actual cloud cover is going to be. I don't think it's going to be terrible. I mean, might be a little bit of cover, like might be until like maybe around 4,000, 5,000 feet that we actually get to see the ground, because we might be in the clouds for a little bit. Not exactly sure. I'm going to go ahead actually and open up the Navigraph charts now to get a good look at those. Let them lag the flight simulator for a good 10 seconds and you can go back and look at where we are now. So coming up on Ling, we are way above where we're supposed to be. Because the air traffic controller didn't really give us a clearance to descend when they needed to, so. Coming up on Ling, we are pretty much really close to like our approach, which I think is really weird that they're having us go through all of this now, but I don't know. That's what they decided to do. I'm going to descend to 16,000. I'm going to put spoilers up, and I'm going to try and actually get our speed a little bit lower, aiming for like maybe 250. Altimeter, we haven't gotten one just yet.
You are 20 miles southeast. Descend and maintain 8,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 06 right approach via Lisod transition. Clear to Lisod. WestJet 1755 descend and maintain 3,000 feet. WestJet 1755.
I am. Calm down. Dang.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 06 right approach via Lisod transition cleared to Lisod WestJet 1755.
So we might have to change our actual approach here. Let's go ahead and try that. It's going to be runway 06 right with the Ling 3 arrival with the transition of Lisod. Holy crap. We're gonna try and go direct Lisod now. Or Bimpo, then Lisod. Actually, no. Let's put... We'll go to Verco. I am a little annoyed with the air traffic controller right now, because the clearance that they're giving us, I'm not really a fan of.
1755. Contact Toronto.
I think I'm going to actually try and do a little bit of heading instead of that, and then we'll go direct Lisod here in a second. We'll acknowledge that handoff, but we're going to try and get a little bit of an extended approach here. So following the opposite heading, which is something like that, we'll go ahead and do heading select here. And we'll contact approach. We are descending now.
Toronto approach WestJet
We have had a runway change
100 feet, descending 3,000 feet.
to Lisod. 29.64. And switch over to that altimeter. We do not are we doing a visual approach? Nope, we're doing ILS for runway 06 right. Currently just trying to ascend a little quicker. I do have it on heading select, trying to get us a little bit further out from the airport before we actually make that turn to go towards Leasod. Just because the way that the flight computer was trying to handle it isn't really what we wanted. Holy crap, we are in a massive cloud right now. Jeez. Runway 06 right. What are we looking at here? Runway 06 right is the runway that we were originally supposed to land on. If we wanted to, we could land, no, we'd have to land on 15s, which is not really what we want to do. So I think we're going to stick with the clearance we were given. We were originally supposed to land on 24 left. We're just going to land on the opposite runway of that, 06 right. We'll go ahead and double check that our, arrival speeds aren't any different. We're doing flaps 30 for approach, which is going to give us that. Just go ahead, and now that we're a little bit closer to the ground, we'll go ahead and drop our speed quite a bit, over to 205 knots, and we'll try and put out a little bit of flaps as well once we do get there. Dropping we're gonna drop our speed to 180 and try and keep our speed, our heading actually, just where it needs to be. So 200.64 is set in the altimeter. Currently don't have the runway in sight, don't have anything in sight. We are at 7,000 feet and descending, currently in a massive cloud, so not much to see outside at the moment. So we are going to land 06 right. We're just trying to descend a little bit, and hopefully we'll try and drop one notch of flaps here to help us slow down. And we'll drop flaps 2 here. And we'll drop flaps 5. And we are going to be maintaining 180 knots. And we'll be making that turn for Leasod here in a moment. I'm sorry. It is interesting, we are following a track. Look at this, we are, oh, I think that's just the way it's, we have a ton of, holy crap, 43 knots. I'm sorry, what? 43 knots, they are having us land in direct tailwind. What the hell, my gosh. Absolutely unbelievable. Breaking through the clouds now, we actually can see, runway. Let's see if we can get that in sight. Should be off to our right and behind us. In terms of visual, that is nope. We are gonna try and go direct Leasod here. We'll go to here and we'll try and make this right turn here. Drop our speed and right turn here to go towards Leasod. And I'll see if LNAV will enable. Nope. Gonna try and get a little bit closer here to Leasod. I'll try and follow. Decrease the bank angle a little bit. It's a little steep. Get us on heading towards Leasod here. Gonna drop another notch of flaps to flaps 10. Decrease our speed even lower. And I'm going to turn on approach mode now. We're clear to 3,000 feet at the moment. Going to drop landing gear in a second here, see if we can get LNAV to enable. Doesn't seem like it wants to. I'm going to try and get us pointed towards Leasod here, and then we'll go ahead and try and turn on LNAV here. Not on enter. Holy crap. The airplane Can we not stall out, please? Holy crap. How? Let's not do that. We're gonna try and get ourselves on a heading here for 06 right. I believe Virgo, for some reason, is on here. Nope, it is not. Lisod. Let's go ahead and enable LNAV. LNAV is on. We're gonna turn on approach mode. And we are all good. Handled that pretty well, I would say. 2,500 feet, landing gear coming down. With landing gear, that will also put down flaps 15. And I'll try and drop us to our VREF speed. Flaps 25, flaps 30. VREF speed is 132 knots, so go ahead and double check that in the init ref here. Flaps 3132, that is good. Do we have a visual on the airport? Yes, we do. We'll go ahead, report runway in sight.
17 flight has the runway in sight.
I believe it's the right runway there. There we go. Go ahead, bring spoilers up. Should help there. We'll acknowledge that approach clearance. As we pass through 10,000, we'll go ahead and turn on our landing lights, runway turn off lights. And that's it. We are ready for landing. Plane is now turning, following the approach here. And let's see if we can actually get the plane to start its descent. It will do that around the next waypoint. Once we actually get here, there we go.
14 miles southwest inbound ILS runway 06 right approach.
Visual. That is not my fault. That is the airplane's fault for being stupid. 2963. We will acknowledge those.
Runway 06 right approach WestJet 1755.
We do have visual. It is lining up for a runway 06 right. We have 46 knots of straight tailwind, which means we are absolutely screwed. Air traffic controllers are idiots. I don't know why they would have us do this, but okay. Flaps are good. Speed isn't. 9,000 feet. I think we can stop. If we crash, it's the air traffic controller's fault, and if the airplane can't hold its own speed with the right flaps, then that's the airplane's fault, because I don't know what to do. Like, flaps are 30, that's what I set for landing, so better start descending now. Come on, start a descent, please. What's interesting is it never wants to follow the approach path, so we are going to hand fly this approach in. Do have a visual on the runway here. Landing gear is down, auto throttle is enabled. Coming in about 300 feet-ish high. Localizer looks pretty good. Glide slope, we're kind of catching that now. Auto throttle, better start doing its job. Might come in a little bit high. Gear is down, 3 greens. Landing lights are on, runway turn-off lights are on, and that is me being an idiot and kind of moving off of the flight path. We are clear to land, runway 06 right. We'll acknowledge that, visual established. But before we land, let's go ahead and start a replay. Because, you know, I don't want to miss out on that. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to start. Alright, we're all good. Coming in a little bit low. I'll try and auto throttle handle it here. Try and move a little bit more to the right. We have direct tailwind, ground speed 164 knots, airspeed 133. Coming in incredibly fast. I'm gonna actually set auto brake to 3 instead. Coming in a little bit low. Auto throttle being annoying. This tailwind shifting now to the right. Really bad. Are good though. Coming in a little bit low. I'm gonna try and pitch it back to see how the auto throttle likes this. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off. Coming in very much to the left. We're gonna go ahead and fix that. We have direct crosswind now. Winds absolutely insane. Psychological. This is absolutely crazy. Winds. I'm surprised we aren't getting like a wind shear type minimums. Okay. Alright, we're gonna continue here. Don't really have time to go around, and let's try and get this thing on the ground. Definitely fighting with the winds here, trying to push us off of the runway. Let's go ahead. Keep it all nice. Oh, shoot. Maybe we can butter this afterwards? Alright, speed brakes out, reverse thrust out. And we are stopping. Not really fast though. Let's go ahead, bring in some manual braking here, and we're going to turn left off of this high-speed taxiway. Reverse thrust disengage. Let's go ahead. Spoilers did not go out on that landing. And brakes, 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 and stop. Okay, well, we almost stalled out there on that landing because of the tailwinds, the wind suddenly shifting. That was very fun. I'm going to take a quick break here to stop the replay. And okay. Let's go back now. Contact ground. We'll acknowledge that. After landing checklist, flaps, let's bring those all the way up. Contact ground or request taxi to the gates here right now. Landing lights off. Taxi lights on. Auto brake off. And APU on. We'll acknowledge that. Not much more to do here. We can turn off the runway turn-off lights as well. Turn off those, so just keep our taxi lights on for now. APU coming back on. And once we get there, we can turn the APU generators off, shut off those engines, and all that. Welcome to Toronto. So, you're not going to talk about how we almost stalled out there on that landing with the 47 knots of tailwind. Sorry. 47 knots of tailwind that suddenly shifted to like 20 knots of crosswind within 2 seconds. And you're going to ignore me completely not following procedure and still landing anyways. Alright? Good. Let's continue our taxi to gate 97. Which should be right there. We do see it. Let's go ahead. Make this turn here. What the heck? Oh yeah, I missed that taxiway completely. Let's keep on following it if that will work. APU is on. We can go ahead and turn those generators on. Might be a stupid idea here, but we'll go ahead and try it. So I'm not sure. Actually, no, we're fine. Put in those brakes here to get that turn. And there we go. Good to continue taxiing. Once you get there, all I have to do is shut off the engines and seatbelt sign can come off. And I will forever hate the Toronto ATC for having me land in 47 knots of tailwind. Anyway, here we go, pulling up to the gate that has 2 jetways apparently. We're gonna follow the marshaller, go full thrust and suck him into the engine, and stop, and parking brake, and engines 1 and 2 shut off. Seatbelt sign will come off up here. Seatbelt sign is off, APU bleed will come on. Anti-collision lights off, anti-ice off. Electric hydraulic pumps, those will come off. Flight director off and open the doors, which we're not going to do because I hate the people who got on board this aircraft and made me land in that wind. Even though they had nothing to do with it, I still hate them for giving me a reason to do this flight. We can go ahead and completely shut off the aircraft. Go ahead, get those IRSs to off. Fuel pumps off, emergency exit lights off, and APU off. Emergency exit lights off. Window heat off, packs off. Cabin lights and exterior lights, bam, bam, bam. Standby power off. Nope, that's emergency exit lights. Standby power off, battery off. Alright, aircraft is shut down in Toronto. That was a very interesting, deadly, and downright dangerous approach with the air traffic controller completely being stupid. I'm going to blame that entire approach and bad landing on the controller there. And we are just going to end the flight here. So thank you guys for watching this, and here's the replay of that landing.